Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. You're probably wondering after reading the title, what the F is Gorpcore? Okay, so we're gonna dive all into Gorpcore in this video. I'm gonna tell you why it's trending right now and why it's probably an actual trend that I actually really enjoy. So let's just jump right into this deep dive of Gorpcore and what exactly it is. So if you're watching this, you're either probably a subscriber of mine and you're probably wondering like, Vic, what the hell are these trends you're talking about? Or B, you've heard about Gorpcore and you kind of want to do some more research to fully understand what it is. Or C, you just heard it's a really weird word and I popped up somewhere in your trending page or suggested it and you're like, what is this girl tripping on? Anyways, Gorpcore is essentially an acronym for the phrase good old raisins and peanuts. And you're probably wondering like, how do raisins and peanuts have anything to do with fashion? I'll explain. If you guys are familiar with normcore, it's like this, I guess, romanticism of like very flat, plain, or normal clothing. Like think of like minimalism, but brought into luxury. So if you think of stores like Cost or Club Monaco, their stuff are very simply designed, but it's very like basic but high-end luxury materials. That's kind of like normcore. Gorpcore is an evolution of that. Simple everyday living items and clothes brought into street style fashion and luxury. So Gorpcore, Gorp, is an actual phrase used by outdoor enthusiasts like campers, hikers, travelers, that sort of thing. And it's like a little phrase for the food that they bring with them, which is good old raisins and peanuts. It's the quintessential trail mix that everybody usually has when they're venturing outside because it's going to bring you nutrition and satisfaction and relieve you of hunger. Essentially what has happened within the past recent years, and the term Gorpcore has actually been coined since like 2017, so it's been around for a little while, but it's just recently grown to, it's like not peak yet, but it's getting there, is that adventure enthusiast tailored clothing has permeated into street style culture. If you've noticed within the recent years, things such as like puffers, utility boots, really like fleecy jackets are really trendy everywhere online right now, and you see everybody who likes streetwear style stuff wearing this. You have like the high-end tailored street style, which is like super edgy trendy, and then you have the Gorpcore, which is super kind of like rough and rugged look. I personally inundated myself with Gorpcore without even realizing what it was, primarily because you guys already know I love athleisure wear. It's super comfy, it's relaxed, all the clothing is designed with performance-based materials in mind, and everything just kind of like suits your body. It's not overly contrived, overly uncomfortable, or just like, I don't know, it's just, you know when you wear really uncomfortable clothes that are like tailored too well to literally feel like second skin? I don't like that feeling. And when it comes to Gorpcore, everything is just comfortable. So you may have noticed recently on my Instagram, if you follow me on there, I've been really into my Bottega lug boots, like that really utilitarian boot, combat boots that are laced up. I am really liking my husband's fleece sweater that we got from Amazon recently, and you guys all know I love puffer jackets. They are just so functional. They're big, they fit over everything, they keep you warm. If you really round it all out, all of these pieces of clothes have a functional purpose beyond just serving the purpose of being clothes that you wear, which is where Gorpcore comes into play. A lot of these clothing items are actually related to functional purposes in an adventurer's life. An adventurer. I think I said that correctly. So you'll definitely have seen recent, I guess, kind of like outdoorsy brands pop up. There was that North Face and Gucci collaboration. That is like quintessentially Gorpcore, bringing the North Face with Gucci together. It's like, what? I think Patagonia's got really popular as well too. Arc'teryx has like blown up. I recently found myself shopping at Eddie Bauer to look for those like flannel shackets. That's also kind of Gorpcore because you would wear that when you're going camping to retain warmth when you're outdoors at night. So this is probably a trend I think I am a huge fan of already as is without even really realizing that was what I was getting myself into. It's also great because Gorpcore really helps to promote a lot of thrifting. Not like it's saying the ethos of Gorpcore is to thrift, but a lot of these clothes you can find in your parents' house, your grandparents' house, and you can recycle them. You don't need to go out and buy brand new items to necessarily fit into this aesthetic because all these clothes already exist in our everyday lives. We just don't realize that they have a fashion component compared to just their functional component that already exists. The only main issue that I have with Gorpcore is that the clothing is quite expensive. If you're going to be using the technical clothes, such as a North Face jacket, a vest is going to run you, like a puffer vest will be $200. A jacket's going to be like $300-400. So it's quite pricey. Gorpcore isn't necessarily for everyone, and this is where the whole kind of functional adventure hiker style clothing meets streetwear luxe. It just elevates the brands, makes them a lot more expensive. But like I said, you can definitely get away with wearing old vintage or thrifted pieces, or even borrowing pieces from your parents and your grandparents that already previously owned these things. things. If you don't necessarily need that specific name brand, many of the fast fashion retailers are currently also pumping out a lot of pieces similar to this right now. So I love the Bottega boots. I saw them last year when they were first released, absolutely fell in love with them, wasn't sure if I would actually want them enough to pay for the price tag. I ended up purchasing them for myself this year, and I've recently noticed an influx on the market of these utilitarian lug boots, especially with soles. I think Prada made them really popular. They're monolith boots that have that little utilitarian like pouch attached to the side. Most people are like, what the hell are you gonna put in that pouch? But honestly, Prada was just like ahead of the curve, and they just really predicted that Gorpcore would take off. Because if you think about it, it's a functional pouch, it's on your shoe. You don't really need to think about like digging through your bag or have that weight on your shoulders or on your back. You can just like, I don't know, put in gold raisins and peanuts into the little pouch and reach for it whenever you need to. I think we see a lot of this too in brands like Louis Vuitton and their multi-pochette, that really like thick, chunky belt strap that goes over top. We see this a lot in other luxury brands such as Louis Vuitton with their multi-pochette bag that has Gorpcore written all over it, all those little functional little bags attached everywhere to that huge strap. It's more a functionality brought into the design than just like pretty design in general. So it's definitely permeated into our fashion culture quite a bit within the past recent years. I think that we've only just started really noticing it become like a true trend in mass popularized everyday fashion recently within the past year, since it started to kind of grow faster and faster in terms of popularity and how many people you see wearing it all the time. But personally, I just like really love it because I already owned a lot of these pieces to begin with. I could build these looks without having to go out and shop for them, which is great because you don't want to always contribute to the excess waste that goes on in the fashion industry. So here are a couple of pieces that I've kind of pulled out from my closet that I already had that I could build into my Gorpcore aesthetic, that if you're interested in also trying to recreate as well, I urge you to go into your existing closet, find these pieces and recreate your favorite looks. I'm also going to include a couple of other ones down below in the description bar for alternatives, since some of these are a little bit older and you might not necessarily be able to still find them readily available in stores. There's also a couple of other pieces that I would really like to acquire that I don't currently own right now that I'm going to mention in this video too. Okay, first up, number one is a cap. I feel like everybody has some sort of cap in their home, but this one is definitely more of like a low-key, chill, adventure vibes looking cap. This one's from Burton, yes, that snowboarding company. I got this like I think last year or the year before without the intention of wearing it as Gorpcore. I just thought it looked cute and I really wanted like a beige brown cap, and ever since I've been pulling it out quite a bit. You guys may have already seen this pop up a few times on my Instagram account if you follow me over there, but I really like these brown toned caps. Brown also right now is a super trendy color, so if you can scoop one up into neutrals, this is a great way to integrate Gorpcore into your existing wardrobe without feeling like you're falling into a trend that's not going to necessarily work out for you down the road, because you can always recycle and reutilize neutrals down the road for other purposes as well. Like I said, a lot of these pieces serve functional purposes, so besides just wearing this cap for its trend purpose, you can also wear it every day to shade your face from sun. It's not healthy to get that much sun on our face because we don't want skin damage as we age. So this is definitely a piece that you will want to pick up to add to your closet for its functional purpose. This is currently my favorite. I really like the one from the Museum of Peace and Quiet. It has like the wavy font text across here. I personally don't need more than one cap, so I probably won't get it, but I would love to have that one for myself if I could just pick one. It gives a very kind of like chill varsity tennis team player vibes with that hat. This one gives a little bit more like camping, I'm going hiking through the woods vibe. All of them are Gorpcore. You're all doing like an outdoor activity that these items are usually associated to. Next up on my list, I have already posted this on Instagram. It is my husband's fleece jacket. So this is from the company Good Threads. They're available on Amazon. I believe it's one of Amazon's in-house brands, and I actually got him this one in this like dark brown shade. I really like it. Not only is it warm, I can attest to how warm this is. I wore this as a liner underneath one of my jackets and I was sweating within minutes, like profusely. I could probably take Kobe out for a quick like 5-10 minute walk in this and be perfectly sufficient. And I also remember fleece being like super trendy in like the 90s and early 2000s. So it's kind of cycling back to like the 90s and Gorpcore trend mashed together in one. Fleece was really popular in street style back then too. I had these like baggy ass parachute pants that were made out of fleece material. I remember them. They were like these Echo, like rip-off Echo pants that my parents got for me. So warm in the wintertime, so freaking soft. I love them. I don't know why I stopped wearing them. I kind of wish I still had them now because I feel like this fits in perfectly with this trend now. Everything I wore back then as a kid is popular again now. It's so weird. Anyways, so this is definitely a jacket that you can bring and you probably would pack pack with you if you're gonna go hiking, you're going camping, or you're going expeditioning somewhere, because it's a layer thermal piece that you would wear underneath your jackets. Right now, they just seem to be trendy to be walking around as if you were midway in a hike and you had to stop into the city to run errands. That's the vibe, and you guys know how much I like my brown, so this is perfectly in line for me. I am obsessed with this. It's a super cute jacket. It makes you look sportier than you actually are. A lot of people who wear Gorpcore style aren't sporty. They're not. They just like to immerse themselves into that like sporty look life. It's like the way athleisure clothing, a lot of the times we're not wearing these yoga leggings and sports bras because we're working out in them. They're just comfortable and it's just a cute aesthetic. So I'm pretty confident you guys probably have a jacket like this already in your closet from when you were a kid, or ask your dad. I'm sure he has a jacket like this that he wears to go to work. My dad definitely does, and I've seen him wear it many times. He has this like really nice forest green one that I think I would steal, although it's a little bit too big for me because he does wear a size large. Peter's sizing is perfect. He's like a medium. It's like 2 sizes up for me, so it's that perfect oversized look. Again, I encourage you guys, go thrifting for these pieces if your thrift stores are open where you are, because I guarantee you, you're going to be able to find these there. Next up are your utility boots. So you guys already know how much I love and I die for these Bottega ones. The only bad thing is that because they are a little bit expensive, oh, I got salt stains on them. I am a little bit more careful where I wear them out to. I refuse to wear these out on slushy wet days because I don't want the leather to get damaged. I actually yelled at Peter the other day because he got some snow on here and it sat on the leather for a while, and I kind of softened him up, and I was not happy about that. But these ones, yes, are really, really expensive. You don't need to get these ones. So many brands out there have their own versions they've released recently. I know H&M has them, Mango has them, Aloha has them, L'Intervalle has them. I'll link a bunch of different brands that offer this type of similar design that you guys can check out and pick up for yourself. These literally look like you're about to stomp somebody with them. They're more or less designed to be like heavy duty boots that you can go anywhere with, like trekking. Literally think of trekking with these. So that's why I think they work really well into the Gorpcore aesthetic, especially if you have things like cargo pants, which a lot of people usually wear when they're going like hiking, because I have all the pockets for you to store things into. I think cargo pants are really cute with these utilitarian boots. Throw on like a turtleneck thermal warmer and that fleece jacket and you are solid. That is a look. If you don't want to buy these brand new, you can probably also try to check out thrift stores to see if they have them. I haven't necessarily seen any of these specific boots in thrift stores just quite yet, but it doesn't hurt to try looking for them. You can also try visiting your relatives' houses and see if they have any like old ones. It's not necessarily a pair of boots that everybody has, because it's one of those pair of boots that serve a more specific purpose than just like a fleece jacket. But if you can get a hold of one thrifted and not have to buy a brand new one, that's great. Otherwise, if you do need to search for a brand new one because you're not able to get a hold of any older ones, I've included like a spectrum of pricing so that depending on if you want to pick up like a $15 pair, I don't know why I said that. I don't know right now off the top of my head if I can even locate a $15 pair, but you know what I mean. If you guys want to find a cheaper version versus all the way up to my Bottega ones, I will include those as well. But there's something for everyone under this niche, and like I just want to add more colors to these. I already have a white pair. I want to get a beige pair. I'd love to get like an army green or like khaki color pair. I think it'd be really cute. And because they're so like simple and sleek, you can wear them with almost like any outfit. With dresses, with pants, with shorts, it works. And this is something you can wear in a variety of seasons as well, beyond just winter. You can definitely wear it in like spring, summer, and fall. The next piece I don't have myself, but I want to share with you, which is a puffer vest. So I've been trying to get a hold of a North Face black oversized puffer vest. I cannot find them anywhere for the life of me in Toronto. I've been searching online. I think I found one site. I will link it down below. They're expensive though. I think they're like almost $200 some, so they're quite pricey, which is why I haven't taken the plunge yet. For myself, I know that if I'm gonna be wearing a jacket or something for warmth, it needs to cover everything from my shoulders down to my wrists. A vest is not gonna give me warmth on my arms. I think I would only ever use it if I was running errands to and from the car really quickly and I didn't want the overall bulkiness of like a full jacket, which is why I haven't fully committed to it yet. But I've seen so many people style the vest perfectly with their hoodie sweaters and it just looks really freaking cute and I like it. I think it's gonna also serve a purpose down the road as well, beyond just the Gorpcore style right now. And like I said, again, run to your parents' closets, your relatives' closet, your grandparents' closet. Somebody has to have a puffer vest in there somewhere. I know like for us, we get my grandpa puffer vest every year at Christmas. Granted, not as thick as a North Face one. They're usually like the thermal underlayer one, so you can wear it underneath your jacket, like really small, soft ones. But I'm sure somebody has something. It doesn't need to be overly puffy. A lot of brands like Eddie Bauer release puffer vests, and like Liners, Muji, and Uniqlo have them as well. So I'll try to link a couple of options down below. But if you guys do want that puffery, like super puffery style, I think Aritzia also has a couple of theirs. Either comes with a hood or it doesn't. I don't remember exactly, but I'll link all of my favorite ones down in the description bar for you guys. Okay, so to gravitate away from puffer vests, we're gonna talk a little about puffer jackets now. Ta-da! This is my fluorescent yellow one. I actually got this one 2 years ago, and this is back when I was wearing a lot of color. I didn't have any yellow jackets. I thought it looked cute, so I was like, you know what, let's just get it big. I was considering getting this in black at first, but then I thought to myself, I have way too many black jackets. It doesn't make sense. I might as well get like a cute yellow one and just kind of see if I wear it a lot. Lo and behold, I actually do wear this one so much. This one is from the brand Woolrich. I got this from Yorkdale when I worked together with them for a campaign, and they gifted me this jacket. I am obsessed with this jacket. You don't understand how often I wear it. It is like the perfect oversized puffer. It also has a zip off hood that I'm really pissed about because I got something black in here. I don't know how this happened, but it kind of pisses me off. Anyways, you can zip off the hood if you want to so that it's not dripping off the back here, but it's one of those like really oversized puffers that leaves you a lot of space to wear a sweater underneath. I hate it, especially in the armpit area when your sweaters are too thick and your jacket doesn't allow you to put your whole arm through because the sweater won't fit all the way. This doesn't do that. This has a very nice boxy oversized cut that is like perfect, and I've never had any issues wearing anything underneath, whether it be a sweater or a blazer or just anything else. You could probably wear a puffy vest under this for extra warmth and it would still fit on you. But I got this jacket 2 years ago without realizing the Gorpcore was gonna be a thing, and now it's in my closet and it fully works for all of my Gorpcore desires that I wanna wear. If I wanna be good old raisins and peanuts dressed up in adventuring gear in the middle of the day to go around groceries, I can. But I mean, puffer jackets have been around for a little while. You guys know I have a couple of other ones. I used to wear parkas a lot, but within the past 2 years, I've kind of converted over to puffers just because I find that they serve a little bit more warmth. They're a little bit more flexible and mobile, and they're not as tight fitting as a parka is. Parkas usually are quite slimline in figure, in shape, but I find that these puffer jackets allow me to have a little bit more mobility when I am walking around, which is why I gravitated towards them. They also serve the purpose of being like really warm and insulating, and I don't know why, but this jacket has like a gazillion different pockets inside. I can't say the same for all puffer jackets. Obviously, some of them are designed for aesthetic purposes and some of them are designed for more functional purposes. This jacket is from a brand that creates functional jackets similar to like a Canada Goose style, where they were designed originally for a specific sole purpose. I think this brand, it has like Scottish or Irish background, and these were designed for farmers back then to stay warm. So it actually does keep me extremely warm, but I will link a couple of other options from places such as like H&M and Mango, so you can get a similar look, but I can't promise that they will keep you as warm as these ones, but they'll be definitely a lot more affordable than this specific jacket. I will include this jacket down below if I can find a link to it and it's still available. I think it's one of their classic styles. The very last thing I'm going to share about Gorpcore with you guys today are sneakers. So you guys probably are familiar with dad sneakers. I mean, I think they're still trendy and they are around, but not with that thick, chunky sole like they were maybe about 2 years ago. I feel like now sneakers have gone fully back into the 90s dad style. Think of like the Full House. Sneakers with chunky tube socks. You guys have definitely seen them all over Instagram and Pinterest, and they're really popular right now, especially the New Balance 990s version 5s in the gray. I feel like every girl I know has them, and I'm not gonna lie, I want them too. They look really cute. It's a shade that's gonna fit a bunch of different outfits because it's a neutral gray, duh. So I really wanna get one for myself. Unfortunately, they're so freaking hard to get a hold of. I feel like everybody is sold out in them everywhere, especially my size. I'm like a size 6, 6.5, and it's been so freaking hard for me to get a hold of them. So I'm trying to see if I can get a pair for myself for spring, because it's not like I can wear them anywhere right now anyways. We're at home in the winter and we don't wear shoes in our house here, so the only place I'd really wear them to is outside when it's warm enough. But right now I'm wearing my winter boots because there's snow and slush and everything's wet. So I'm gonna hold out and see if I can wait a couple more months or so when it gets a little bit warmer, and try to keep my eye out for any sites that include them again in stock. If you guys see them anywhere, let me know. I'm trying to get myself a pair, but I really like them because sneakers are essentially what you think of when you go camping. And I don't know about you, but I bring my beater sneakers, and usually my beater sneakers are like my dad looking sneakers, the ones that are not like trendy and cute looking. Now dad sneakers are the trendy and cute one again. If you're thinking of like the dad sneaker, you're thinking that quintessential like New Balance 90s sneaker. My dad is like the perfect ideal for that because he runs through them, and New Balance is like the only brand that he likes, which is really funny. So I don't know, I feel like I'm the epitome of him now, embracing this life with all the Gorpcore. But I love these sneakers. I'm just really bummed that I don't have them. I love the look. It's that like really casual but comfy vibe. And you know, because they're sneakers, they're gonna be comfortable. I've had enough with wearing heels. My feet can't do it. I am not young anymore. I used to be able to do this shit in the wintertime where I would wear like 4-inch heels, climbing up a hill with ice just to go to clubs. I haven't been to a club in over like 2 years because we've been in lockdown, and now I'm loving the fact that all these like comfortable and functional clothes are trendy again because everybody just wants to be comfy around the house all the time. So I'm really glad that dad sneakers are still in style, albeit not the chunky ones, the slightly more practical version. So that just about sums up my Gorpcore video. I hope this explains a little bit better to you guys what exactly Gorpcore is and why it's slowly getting a lot of traction, and you should start looking into it if you like to stay ahead of the curve when it comes to fashion. Like I said, I primarily really enjoy it because a lot of these clothes already existed in my closet. I didn't have to go out searching for them. Granted, a couple of pieces I do want, like the puffy vest and the New Balance sneakers, but everything else I already had, and I didn't have to go out and to buy them, which is great. I think it's a really good way to kind of like carry on fashion trends without contributing to waste in the fashion and textile industry itself. So definitely encourage you guys to go out, chat with your parents, your friends, your grandparents, your relatives to see if they have any of these pieces for you to steal for yourself to use. If you guys have any questions about Gorpcore, feel free to let me know in the comments down below. I'd also like to know if this is a style or trend that you are into yourself. I can't pick a specific aesthetic for the life of me. I flit around from everything, and I'm really loving this one primarily because of its comfort. So I think I probably will stick to this one. Gorpcore is kind of like how I dress regularly outside of when I dress up anyways. Like I'm always wearing leggings and my Bottega boots, and then just like an oversized long sleeve, and then a puffer jacket with a cap when I go out and run to do groceries. So I like that my garbage and grocery outfits fit and look aesthetic now. We're making aesthetic moments out of moments that aren't usually aesthetic, which is kind of cool. And I like that this is the direction that fashion is going in this year. Hopefully sticks around for a little while. Who knows? But yeah, let me know if you like the style, if it's your jam, or if it's something that you're just like, ew, no, I'm so over this. You guys know where to find me if you want to see more of me. I'm always on Instagram and on TikTok. I post on there quite frequently, at least once a day, usually. And if you haven't gotten enough of me on here yet, make sure you're also subscribed to my YouTube channel because I post twice a week, every Thursdays and Sundays at 7 p.m. So make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. That way you are notified every single time a video goes live. Otherwise, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you in the next one. Have an amazing day. Bye.